Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of 40 Plus Fitness. I'm Sensei Randy, and very excited. Two things today. First off, we want to let you know we're going to be changing up the format to the show. And at this point, we've been doing hour-long shows. We've been doing 20 minutes roughly of workouts, 20 minutes roughly of nutrition, then another 20 minutes of recovery. And we're going to be changing the format up a little bit. We're going to go to a 30-minute format. And the reason we're going to do that is a lot of the times when we've been doing some of these pieces, we've kind of cut it a little bit short on you. And we have more stuff that we can talk about and explain. For the workout segments, we've cut the workouts a little bit shorter. So this will give us an opportunity to do the full experiences of each of the different modalities we're going through. And that'll let you guys actually be able to follow along, do the workouts with us, actually help with the cooking. We'll be able to get into some of the more nutritious stuff that we're doing. We'll be able to get into better recipes, more in-depth discussions on some of that stuff. And as far as the recovery portions, we'll be able to take a little bit more in-depth on what the recovery functions actually are doing to your body. We'll be able to break it all down for you, and also be able to take a few more field trips, heading up to a local farm to go over some stuff. We're gonna head up to some more of the recovery centers and the training facilities around the state and show you some more of the cool technologies that are out there that you can take advantage of. So really excited to be doing all of that. And this new format will definitely give us the opportunity to do that the best way. So that's gonna be an awesome change. We're really excited. And we're gonna start that today. We're actually doing, the other thing we're excited about, this is one of my favorite workouts of all time. We're gonna go a little old school today, doing a little weightlifting workout. We're gonna do some chest and biceps, and we're gonna walk you through different exercises. We threw in a couple different options for different ways that you can do this. If you're in the gym, of course you have all the equipment. If you're at home and you're doing stuff, some of the exercises that we threw in, you can actually do at home with a pair of dumbbells, if you have bands, any of that stuff. So we're gonna walk you through one of those favorite workouts. So hope you guys enjoy the show, hope you get a lot out of it, and I hope you like the new format. Thanks a lot, and let's get it on. Hope. What's up? Hey everybody, Sensei Randy here. Welcome back to another episode of 40 Plus Fitness, and we're kicking off our new format, going a little old school today. With this new format, we're gonna be able to actually take you through an entire workout with us. We're gonna go a little old school. We're gonna do some old school lifting routines. We're gonna be working back and biceps today. We're gonna walk you through one of our back routines we do. And we're gonna do some of the classic old schools. We're gonna show you some exercises that you can do, old school exercises with a little bit of a twist on them. And we're also gonna change up the routine a little bit today, because as you know, we like to try to keep mixing up and keeping it fresh, keep your muscles guessing. And what we're gonna do today is, typically when we do lifting routines, you're doing sets. So you do, you'd pick the exercise. For example, we're gonna start with some pull-ups today. We'd say, all right, we're gonna do pull-ups. You do your first set of 10, then you rest for a little bit. You do a second set of 10, you do a rest, then you do your third set of 10, cool down, and then you'd move on to your next exercise. We're gonna switch it up a little bit. We're gonna do 4 exercises for our back, and then throw in a 5th exercise to finish for our lower back, just to get the bottom of the back. And we're gonna change it up a little bit though, in that we are actually gonna do it as a circuit. So we're gonna do each exercise. So we're gonna do pull-ups first, we're gonna jump over, we're gonna use a band, and we're gonna do some straight arm rows. We're gonna jump onto a dumbbell, we're gonna do some bent over rows, and then we're gonna finish it up with some cable rows. And then last exercise, hitting that lower back, we're gonna use a hyper extension machine, and we're gonna use that to hit our lower back. So we're gonna tie in all the parts of the back, our lats, the middle of our back, our lower back. All right, so tell you what, why don't we get started? If you guys are gonna follow along, or if you wanna just write it all down and do it next time, we'll go through each exercise, show you how it works and how to put it together, and then you're off and running. All right, let's jump into it. What's up? All right, everybody, welcome back. So as I mentioned, we're gonna start off with some old school pull-ups today. Couple things, if you're trying to do pull-ups, if you're working out with a partner, best way to have them spot you is hanging from the bar. You're gonna cross your ankles. You're gonna have your partner getting their hand right basically on the instep of your foot, up close towards your ankle, and then as you start to come up, they're gonna give you a little bump to help you out. If you're doing it on your own and you haven't got the pull-ups down yet, hang on the bar, try to give yourself a little bit of pull-up and hold. You work your way up that way. All right, so we're gonna get our back cranking today. We're gonna start off with those pull-ups. So I'm gonna jump up here, we'll bang out a quick set. Another way you can spot where I tend to work out by myself during the day, I have a wedge that we use here at the studio. You can grab a chair, and all I'm gonna do, same thing, I'm gonna cross my ankles, I'm gonna put my toes on there, and just as I go and pull up, that'll give me the opportunity to get a little help if I need it. So we'll bang out a quick set. Coming up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome. Set number 1, down. Now notice when I did mine, I had my hands open kind of wide. We were always taught as we were doing them, the wider I have my hands, the more I make my lats grow out. It gives you that nice V shape. If I keep my hands in a little closer, brings it in more toward the center and by the scapula, that area. All right, so there's our first set. Let's keep it cranking. We're gonna jump over and do some one-arm dumbbells, one-arm band rows. All right, Shazam, at another spot. All ready to go. So we're gonna do a one-armed row. This time, instead of going with the traditional barbells or dumbbells, we're gonna use an exercise band. This is just a short exercise band. We're gonna just hook it over the doorknob here. If you have one of the holders, you can use that as well. For this one, I'm gonna stagger my feet. All I'm gonna do is facing toward it. I'm gonna take my hand, pull it in, try to get it to touch my chest, and down. As I move, I try to keep the rest of my body nice and still. I try to keep my elbow in tight. Just go right through the motion. We're gonna do a full set of these on each side. Excellent. Make sure you breathe in each time. We're gonna work through it. We're gonna switch it up. Other side, right here. Same motion, coming through, pulling it in toward the chest. Excellent. Cool. So when we're doing those, make sure we're going all the way through that full range of motion. I'm gonna get my arm extended all the way out. I'm gonna pull it all the way through, feeling my shoulder blades trying to touch as I come to the back. Again, make sure we're breathing as we go. Work your way all the way through it. So from there, let's jump over, do some dumbbell rows. So our next exercise, we're gonna do a one-arm dumbbell row. We're gonna have a dumbbell, whatever weight you're comfortable with. Pump it up a little bit, make sure we get a good stretch in there, make sure we get a good workout. So for the dumbbell rows, demonstrate it first. I'm gonna try to get my back flat, try to keep my shoulders down. I'm gonna reach down, pull the dumbbell up. The motion is gonna be right up. Same thing, I'm keeping my elbow tucked in. As I pull in on this one, I'm gonna breathe in as I come up, and I'm gonna breathe out as I let it go back down. So we'll do sets of these on each side. So from here, I'm gonna let that dumbbell hang. I'm gonna pull up and down, up and down. Awesome. Try to keep the rest of your body nice and still. Squeeze those muscles on that back. Squeeze it nice and tight all the way at the top. Excellent. All the way up, all the way down. Another thing we can do, I'm gonna rotate it at the bottom, then I'm gonna turn it back, pull it up. I'm gonna let it hang. I'm gonna rotate it back, pull it up. We're gonna go all the way through. 7, 8, 9, and then one more. Awesome. So we do on one side, we're gonna do on the other side. So we'll switch it up. Same thing, I'm gonna let that dumbbell hang. I'm here, back flat. I'm gonna pull up, down, let it turn. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome. So there's our one-arm dumbbell rows. Now we're gonna move on. We're gonna use some bands and we're gonna get some seated rows going. Changing up the part of the back we're working. So let's get over. Awesome, so we're gonna jump over. We're gonna do some seated rows. If you go to gyms, most of the gyms have the cable machines. You can sit down, put in the different handles, reach out. You're gonna arch your back, extend up. We're gonna walk you through. We're gonna actually do it here with bands. So just another way you can do it if you're working out at home and you're still trying to get that back workout done. As you see, most of the exercises we're doing today, with the exception of possibly the dumbbell rows, if you don't have dumbbells, you can do at home, you can do them at the gym. Any fitness center is gonna have the equipment you need. Again, if you have the stuff at home, the bands, any of that stuff, you can modify everything and make it work. So for this one, we're gonna take a seat. All right, same motion as if we're on the machine. I'm gonna sit back so that I have tension on the band as I extend, so my lower back is curved. From here, I'm gonna bring my shoulders back. I'm gonna arch my back using my lower back at the same time. Pull my hands in, straight back row, and we're gonna let them go. So we're gonna do a set of these, so we'll get 10. And 10. Excellent. Good pull. There's our seated rows. So from there, we're gonna throw in that bonus. We're gonna hit our lower back. That's next. All right, everybody. So this is actually one of my latest splurges, and I was really excited to grab one of these. This is a hyper back extension bench chair. Really cool. Actually, I just picked it up on Amazon. If you have space and you're having a hard time with your lower back, great thing to grab. Doesn't take up a lot of room, but it gives you a great back workout for your lower back. So if you don't have one of these, you can use, if you have a partner, can do the exercise we're gonna show you with them, sitting down and supporting your legs for you so you can arch. But basically the way it's gonna work, I'm gonna take my feet, I'm gonna hook them on the pads on the bottom. I'm gonna extend. My legs are right through here. All we're gonna do is we're gonna bring our shoulders down. I'm gonna use my lower back to arch up and hold it all the way up. So we're gonna do all 10 of these reps. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome. So one of the places a lot of people have a hard time with weight, especially men as they get a little older, is the love handles there. And the cool thing is the fact that you have those love handles, it's not like gut fat, which is usually visceral, which is a lot tougher to get rid of. The subcutaneous fat, which is what you have in your love handles, is really like right below the muscles. Great way to do that. What we're doing today with this circuit, doing the high intensity circuits where you're working, taking a little bit of a break, working with intensity. They vary. Some of them do like just a 20-second high interval with a 40-second break. When we're doing something like this, we'll extend those. It's gonna take us a little longer. We're gonna give ourselves a little bit longer, but the process is still the same. Good, easy way to burn off those love handles. Nice, quick, high intensity interval workouts. All right, so that's it for our back routine. We're gonna go through this circuit a few more times, and when we're done, we're gonna bring you back. To finish our workout today, we're gonna add in our bicep workout. I like to do muscle groups that complement each other. back and biceps. In order to do your back, you're warming up your arms, you're getting your biceps going. Chest and triceps, both opposing muscle groups pushing away. So I like to pair them up like that. Great way to do it. So we'll be back. We're gonna run through this circuit a couple more times off camera, and then we'll jump back on. We'll finish our show today with our bicep workout. All right, awesome. We'll be back in about 10. All right, everybody, welcome back. So we did our 3 more circuits on that back routine for today. So our backs are pretty much toasted. And from there, my arms are all warmed up. We're ready to go with some bicep work. So for biceps today, we're gonna keep it kind of simple. A couple different variations we're gonna do on some of the exercises for you. We're gonna start off with just the basic curling motion, bringing the arms up, extending them down. You can use a straight bar for this. Usually when people talk about building mass and they're trying to build those arms, get those arms bigger, they're gonna do like the straight bar curls, which is good. I have a easy curl bar here today. Has a couple angles on it. So if you look, it's got coming up, coming down. It's got a nice center that curls up. The cool thing about this bar is I can change the way my hands are, which means I'm gonna hit the different sides of my biceps. So basically when you look at your bicep is made of 2 different major muscles. You have your inner and your outer bicep. And what we're gonna do is, in order to get the peaks where people actually can show their muscles off, someone says, hey, show me your muscles, the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna pop that bicep up, right? In order to get that so that it's its fullest, we're gonna mix up the way we hold our hands. Today we're gonna go inside, we're gonna work that outside part of the bicep. So we're just gonna pop down, we're gonna go through a set. Again, we're staying on our circuit, so we're gonna do these 3 exercises to finish off our biceps, all one right after the other, and then we'll come by, we'll do that circuit 2 more times just to finish them off. So our regular curls, we're gonna grab that curl bar right by the middle from here. I'm gonna bend my knees. Knees are bent, hips are set, my head is up tall. And all I'm gonna do is from here, full extension down, I'm gonna just bring the bar up. I'm gonna drop it down. Coming all the way through the motion. Try not to jerk, try not to swing. A lot of people try to go heavy with these and they rock their body to try to get some momentum going. I wanna really work, I'm gonna keep my body nice and still, focus on those biceps, just bringing it straight up, straight down, all the way through. So I bring it to the top, bring it all the way down. As I bring it up, I breathe in, and then I breathe out as I come back down. Come up, and down. Up, down, we're gonna do 2 more. Up, out, 1 more. Up, and out. Again, full extension each time, making sure we come all the way through the motion. So that's our barbell curls, easy bar curls for today. Now we're gonna jump. We're gonna get those hands pumping a little faster, change up the curling motion with some bands. All right? Hold on, we'll be right back. And we're back. Awesome. So I mentioned we're gonna switch it up a little bit. We're gonna do a similar motion, curling motion to activate the bicep. Your bicep activates, it tightens, lifts the muscle up, or it loosens and it lets the muscle down. It's a one or another. It's either on or it's off. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna keep that motion going. We're gonna switch it up to the bands. It's gonna allow us to turn our palms out. We're gonna get a little bit different hit on the arms that way. And we're actually gonna speed it up a little bit. We're gonna do alternating curls today. It's gonna let us hit those different muscle fibers. So we'll crank out just 1 set of these. We're gonna go 10 with each arm. Ready? Here we go. And go. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. So nice quick set with those. Getting that arm pumping as fast as we can. Again, getting that intensity level up there. A little more strain on the biceps. Keep it rolling, especially after doing those easy bar curls or straight bar curls. All right, so we're gonna switch it up. A little more shaping and defining to finish us off today. We're gonna go with a little bit of a concentration curl. All right, so let's go grab a dumbbell and we'll be right back. All right, everybody, Sensei Randy here. So we're coming into our last exercise for our biceps today, and we're gonna do a concentration curl. The key on a concentration curl is we're gonna focus on that form. Now, sounds kind of redundant to hear me say that since I always talk about how important it is to stay in your form, both to prevent injury and to maximize the effectiveness of your workouts, right? But concentration curls, I want to put a little extra emphasis on it. We're going to actually be making sure we lock our entire body still and just focusing on the turn of our concentration curl. So in order to do this, there's a few ways you can do it. If you have, you're at a gym and they have a preacher bench, comes down in the front, you can lock your arm in there and really focus all the way through. If I'm doing it at home or if I don't have a preacher bench with me, we're gonna do just a sitting. You can sit on a bench, sit on a chair like we have today. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold the dumbbell, say in my right hand to start. I'm gonna take my left hand, I'm gonna cross it underneath. From here, I'm gonna turn my palm in. And from here, I'm gonna bring that arm straight up. I'm gonna curl it up, and as I do, I'm gonna rotate it. And that rotation is what's gonna give you that peak at the top. Notice when I get all the way to the top, I'm gonna give it that little turn. Make sure I go all the way through, full range of motion all the way around as it comes up and as it comes down. So I bring that arm up and down. We're gonna go all the way through. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome. Again, if I do it on one side, we're gonna do it with the other. So I'm gonna load this side up. Same thing, notice as I go through, I'm trying to keep the rest of my body nice and still, getting that full range of motion down, turning my hand out, and then as I come up, I rotate it in. That's what's gonna give it that little bump. So I bring it through. I lost count, I think. We're gonna go 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All the way through. Awesome. So, 3 exercises to finish off our biceps. When we did our back routine, I believe today we did 5, hitting all the different parts of the back. Usually the larger muscle groups, we try to add an extra set, a different exercise. The smaller muscles, your biceps, your triceps, try to keep it down to 3, maybe 4 sets, depending on what it is that we're working that day. And again, we're gonna mix it up. We're gonna change it all different ways just to keep it fresh, keep your body guessing and keep everything moving. Again, keys on these exercises, making sure you have the right form. That's gonna help prevent injury. Make sure your muscles stay strong, you don't have any issues, you don't lose any time training. More important, the reason you're training, the reason you're working out is so that you can stay fit and you can be active. And if you have injuries, it stops you from doing all the other fun stuff that you want to do. So make sure you're following good form, make sure you get your nutrition going. We're gonna wrap this up. We're gonna do probably 2 more circuits of our biceps today just to finish ourselves off. Thank you for joining us. Hopefully you like this new format and you find it helpful so you're able to actually walk through the routines with us with a little more detail. We're really excited. We're gonna be breaking it down. Our next episode, we're gonna have on nutrition. We're gonna have one of those rolling, and then we're doing some more field trips. So really excited. We wanna thank you guys. Hope you guys have an outstanding day. What's up?